Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having an Aquarius Sun and Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, when you have the same rising sign as your sun sign, there is no duplicity, no subterfuge, no real facade. What you see is what you get. The outer and inner self is merged and amalgamated. And basically, Aquarius rising can have that universal friend syndrome as well as Aquarius Sun. So basically, you see this person as somebody that's really like the troubadour of friendship. That's what you see is really what you get. And this person will have a really strong emphasized Aquarius characteristics as far as being perhaps eccentric, perhaps as far as being very friendly, very amiable, a person that could be rather non-conforming, perhaps even very progressive and perhaps very innovative and ingenious as well. Now, the thing about this is that you also, when you have the Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Ascendant, can make a person, could be very scientific as well. It could give a lot of interest in new technology, modern innovations and advancements. It's someone that might make perhaps even acquaintances easily, but really can be in friendships as well, but can be somewhat detached and could really work more stronger and more prominently more in group-like situations, perhaps as opposed to one-on-one, because this person, Aquarius, is a sign that could be very strongly group-oriented. Now, when you look at a natal chart, the sun sign represents our basic ones, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. So for Aquarius Sun, the basic wants can be connected with freedom, friendship, things for the collective good, even global efforts, possibly being different and unique, being part of a group, reform, being progressive, and things that are goal-oriented. Aquarius can be put a lot of emphasis on their goals and their aspirations. And having the rising sign in Aquarius, this could represent the manner or method in which one attains these Aquarius Sun basic wants. So this could be perhaps one or more of these basic wants can be attained through by being friendly, by being innovative. The goal-oriented things can be attained perhaps through humanitarianism, through being amiable and amicable, by being selfless, by giving strongly of themselves. It can be done perhaps with friends. It can be done perhaps maybe in an unusual manner. Their friendships may be attained perhaps through networking or going on the internet and through social media. Perhaps this could be someone that perhaps, as far as their freedom goes, that maybe they go about this in a rather unusual or unorthodox manner. It could indicate that maybe when I look at this combination, well, the Aquarius Sun basic wants, as far as the things that are the goal-oriented things, the aspirations, perhaps they may be connected with an Aquarius-like field, which is Aquarius. As far as the manner or method in attaining this might be done in Aquarius-like ways. So, perhaps through an Aquarian-like field, such as electronics, computers, information technology, perhaps through something connected with networking, aeronautics, even rocket science, something that really could be a very strong cerebral type profession. It could be somebody that incorporates the selfless Aquarian qualities into these things as well, and perhaps even if this person were to work in something that would be considered a general or mundane type profession, it's very likely that this person might put their own creative spin or do something maybe a little bit somewhat ingenious or different in connection with whatever it is that he or she is doing. And the thing about this is as well is that when you have these two signs, the Sun and the Ascendant, as the same sign, you really get such a strong, I guess you could say that that emphasis of that particular sign, and really can. And I mean, if you have a different moon sign, this will modify things a little bit. But the same sun sign and the ascendant, it's those basic ones are very strongly connected with that outer projection, what that person is showing, maybe what they want in a very strong manner, what is projected very strongly as far as those wants that they're projecting. Well, anyway, people, it's also important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the Aquarius Sun and the Aquarius Ascendant, as this could indicate perhaps how these energies may blend or not blend as well. Now, they're the same sign to begin with, so they are one and the same. But if you have a conjunction aspect, for example, let's say if the Aquarius Sun is at 8 degrees and the Aquarius Ascendant is 12 degrees, well, that could be they could be very intensifying, and conjunctions can create a little, not just the intensification, but a little friction as well. And it could indicate as well, having the Sun conjunct the Ascendant can give a little bit added vitality, perhaps, to the nature, and this person might be more vibrant and more energetic maybe than the typical Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Ascendant combination. Now, you could also have a semisextile aspect take place between the Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Ascendant. Let's say that the Aquarius Sun is at 0 degrees and the Aquarius Ascendant is at 29 degrees. Well, that would form a semisextile aspect, and you could have, even though you have the blending to begin with, being the Sun being the same as the Ascendant, you might have a little better integration of this energy if you have the semisextile aspect. It is a minor aspect, but it still can be auspicious, and it is not as strong as a major positive aspect, but it is still positive nonetheless. Now, it's also important to look at the house placement of the Aquarius Sun, because this could show where that energy, where that person may feel compelled to shine, perhaps, may be indicated. Now, if the Sun is posited in the 12th house, this person may feel that need to shine or be prominent, perhaps in matters connected with spirituality, the metaphysical, perhaps behind the scene activities, perhaps in seclusion. Perhaps that energy may come out stronger more in private as opposed to in public. Now, this could be a person, and also this person might be having the Sun in the 12th house. It might show that that maybe this person might be a little bit more introverted than the typical Aquarius person, Aquarius Sun person. Now, if the Sun is posited in the 1st house, well, this could radiate a little bit more energy, and this person might really want to stand out a little bit more. So you have somewhat of a contrast there between the 1st and the 12th house placement. The Aquarius Sun comes out in the 1st house. Those Aquarius Sun Basic ones will be shown very strongly to others more out in the open, as opposed to the eccentricities, etc., and the ingenious quality, perhaps their unorthodox way, the things that the basic wants, which I described before, is about connected with things that are goal-oriented, progressive, perhaps even things maybe even connected with innovations and advancements that might come out more strongly on a first impression, being in the 1st house, and also having Aquarius Ascendant in this. As far as what I'm talking about in this video, that even puts even more of an emphasis on that, as far as that first house first impression thing goes. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun an ascendant in Aquarius in a natal chart, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about having an Aquarius Sun and a Pisces ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.